Good afternoon, everybody. I'm here between lead management and your lunch, so I'll make it as quick as possible. Ramesh Manikam, very interesting presentation on how the design is evolving. He had talked about many industrial products, gas stoves and other things. I was looking at your website. One product was interesting to me. 12 years back, to entertain my son, I used to pull him on a bed sheet from one room to another, and he used to get entertained. I saw a product called Baby Drag, which makes it, more interesting, easy to use. So not just industry, I think, he's working on many things that touches our life on a day-to-day basis as well. Thank you, Jitendra Das, for the nice introduction you gave on Ramesh and me earlier. So, quick, I am Muthu. I lead two organizations, one is Dextrosys and another is product-based startup called HelloLeads. Today's session on branding, product and communication, digital marketing. I want a little touch upon lead management in digital era. Dr. Jitendra Das was mentioning about how marketing and sales is very important for any company. All of us, we know sales and marketing is the driving engines for any organization, including MSMEs, and rest of the things come along: production, manufacturing, quality, and all that. The engine needs to be sales. And why we should care about digital today? We are using digital technology, algorithms for everything. Be it buying things from Amazon or Flipkart, or exchanging information on social media, WhatsApp. And why not we use the same technology for improving the sales of our companies? And sales is very important for growing small and medium enterprises. So technology and digital is very important. Little touch upon a illustration or a case study. This is a small and medium enterprise in Chennai. They are into manufacturing scales for jewelry, currency counting machines, and they were having a challenge of connecting with customers, leads, especially in trade shows. Okay. And what happens is most of you you will be participating in trade shows to generate leads for your business. If you're having a booth in a trade show, what happens is a lot of people walk in, okay, and they give you a business card. You hurriedly write on the back of the business card, or you give a form for them to fill up which products they are interested in, or you use an Excel sheet, and then the show is over. You come back to the office on Monday, you give all the information, the business card bunch to your secretary, saying that, can you capture all the email IDs and let's send a small greeting email to all our visitors who visited our booth in the last trade show. What happens is your secretary, he or she busy, and it takes time, and by the time you send a small a greeting email to your leads, who are your future customers, it takes anywhere between 10 days or 15 days. And some of the exhibitors we have seen, they were never able to send a small acknowledgement email also. Now this company, very interesting, it's a MSME company, but we were surprised the amount of technologies they use. They use a in-house made solution for sales, service, for productivity application. So they also embraced on a lead management solution through which they were able to acknowledge the visit of a prospective customer to their booth within 2 minutes. Before the the visitor enters the next booth in the trade show, he already has got an email in his inbox, he has got a SMS with all the contact information. So that is how the digital is changing the whole thing. For any business to grow, we just need to have need to do two things. One is create customers, second is keep customers. I also keep telling my team in my companies, nobody should be on any other job. Either you should be on creating customers or keeping existing customers. Only two jobs for anyone in the organization. So how do you create customers? For creating customers, again, there are two simple things we need to do. One is generate enough leads at top of the what we call as a sales funnel, and second is convert as many leads as possible into actual customers through the funnel. So if we do these two things, we will have enough sales driving the growth of any business. Now, how do we generate enough leads at the top of the sales funnel? Last panel also, they had touched upon a website able to generate at least one valuable lead per week. That's a good target to keep for ourselves. But there are so many other methods to generate leads also. Here I have put together top 10 lead generating methods or strategies for any small business. Obviously, we need to have a good website which is responsive. We need to open our own website in a mobile phone and see whether it is responsive. Okay, because today more than 50 or 60% of the customers are going to open your website in a mobile phone, and that need to be responsive. And you have to have call to action and other methods so that you make prospective customers to take certain decisions. Then you have other methods like you have a list and do a email marketing, social media marketing. You attend trade shows and conferences. You write blogs about what you are selling. Online advertisement in Facebook, Google, and other platforms can help. We have talked about YouTube videos and having webinars and SEO, search engine optimization. Bringing your website little on the first page of a Google search can help. So these are strategies to get enough leads at the top of the sales funnel. Now once you have leads, what happens? Will all of them become customer or some of them will become customer? Depends on what is the process we have in our organization, in the sales organization. So here a lot of businesses, especially small and medium enterprises, we see that they are able to get a lot of leads, but at the end of the day they are not able to convert as many leads as possible to customers. This happens in many situations. We are also seeing in trade shows. Trade shows, a lot of people walk in, they give their contact information, but after a month or two, how many people you are able to convert as a valuable customers from that trade show is always a question mark. Because there are issues like how fast we are able to react to customers, how fast we are able to connect with them, are we able to send a quotation immediately, all that matters. So what we need to do is capture leads quickly and in a shareable form. Like if I capture leads today, my team sitting in Trichy should be able to see who all I met here in the MSME conference, and using some of the digital tools today they will be able to do. My team there will be able to see who are the people I'm meeting. Then review and qualify. Find out your leads, prospective customers, what products they are interested in. You need to mark their area of interest. Little prioritize who are high potential customers, who are medium or low potential prospects. And fourth is you need to assign these leads to yourself or your sales colleagues and have a follow-up process. Okay, as they say, fortune is in the follow-up. We need to follow up regularly with our customers. And there is a research which says for any sales to materialize, you need to make 8.5 contacts on an average. Okay, so 8 to 9 times you need to meet with the prospective customer before the sales materializes. So that's a amount of follow-up you have to do. And finally, you with all this you convert your leads into customers. These are some of the examples how people manage leads. This is a small and medium organization in Coimbatore. The gentleman was kind enough to share his sales daily, where he notes down all the names and mobile numbers of prospective customers, and there is little notes saying that call him on Monday. He is interested in this specific milling machine, and we had a good discussion and things like that. This is okay as long as your business is very small, you don't have a team. But if your business is growing, then it becomes very complex. You cannot maintain data in a non-digital form. And if you have a team of 5 to 6 people in your sales team, you need to share information. Then only everybody is on the same page. This is another customer from Sweden. How he is managing leads. So he has put a board, and this is a sales funnel, and on the top of the sales funnel he has the post-it notes with the name of the prospective customer and the product he is interested in, and every day or every week they move the the leads to the bottom of the funnel by moving the post-it notes. Again, works for some time, but if the number of post-it notes increases, number of leads increases, it can create more complexity. So sales is not shooting arrows in the dark. We need to use tools and technology plus a lot of enthusiasm to improve the sales. We have seen other functions of a business like accounting always uses a lot of tools, be it Tally or QuickBooks, SAP, Oracle. Manufacturing, production, quality control, inventory management, you name it, there are enough tools. But sales, especially MSMEs, we need to embrace more technology and tools so that
11 minutes.
Sorry, yeah, we can improve the sales. How do you manage leads today? 30% of the people use CRM or lead management solution. Rest, 70% manages by other methods. So, sales is very important for our growth. So it is important we use tools and technologies and improve overall effectiveness of sales. So as Sam Walton says, there is only one boss and he is the customer, and we need to improve our business. Thank you.